Hey, everybody, welcome to a new episode of the Shawnzilla Art Show. We're back. This week, Shawn is not refereeing between his kids, so we have a show. But my avatar is missing, so I gotta. There we go. Bum.
Hey,
Hello.
how are you?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Well, same shit, different day.
Yeah, you've been busy.
I have, and it doesn't look like it's going to slow down any. At least I hope not. 'Cause, busy's good.
Ivy's looking good.
Thank you. I figure we might as well finish it. Yeah, maybe.
Get up the
Maybe
weed
somebody-
whacker and get her done.
Right. Maybe somebody would be nice enough to give this wayward young lady a home.
No doubt. So, tell us how the big Memphis Comic Expo went.
Memphis Comic Expo went really well. I was a little worried going in because they raised the admission price this year, like almost double what it was before. I was like, well, shit, I guess I'm not going to sell anything because you know how it is, man. You people come in there and they're like, oh man, I had to spend $40 to get in. I can't really buy anything. That's what I was expecting to happen. Fortunately for me, that didn't happen. I was next to I was in between a couple of artists. William Russell was a couple of spots down from me. He's a semi-local guy. He's got a good book out called Psycho Sal. He's doing a Kickstarter on right now. I haven't done any covers for him yet, but I'm sure that's just because he forgot to send me a request. And yeah, for real. So note the sarcasm. But no, he and I talked a little. We talked a little bit at the show. It's pretty good time. I was in between another local artist named Charles Banks and another one named Josh Alexander. They're both good guys, man. Because sometimes you get these shows and you get stuck with some assholes next to you, and you're like, damn. And these guys were pretty good. Did pretty well, man. Actually, I did a little bit better than some of the more well-known guys that I know there. Not well enough to completely get my truck fixed, but we're still working on that. It was a good time. Got to meet James O'Barr.
Nice.
And I gifted him a print of my crow piece, which he dug it. Now, I mean, he may have thrown it in the trash after I left. I don't know, but he dug it. So and I had him sign one of my crow prints for me. I was going to get him to sign that action figure, but oddly enough, I forgot it at home.
After all that,
and you know what though, I'm glad I did, because he was like, for some reason he didn't want to sign toys. He was signing for free unless it was a toy, and I was like, oh well,
Because people are getting the Crow toys, getting them signed, and running to their hotel room and eBaying them.
Yeah. Well, he he didn't have to worry about that from me. Um, but he and I actually talked a little bit about the Crow remake. Because I'm sure nobody's brought it up to him yet, and he's not a fan. So
Neither am I.
apparently they just wrapped filming it. I was hoping that this one would be like the others, where they just kind of it stalled in production and nothing happens. But no, they went ahead and did it. And I'm not a fan of this, and I won't be watching it. I don't care if it's the best thing since Empire Strikes Back. I'll never know. So, yeah. It's just there's no reason to remake it. I mean, I guess money, but they should. There's certain movies that when they start talking about remaking them, it just makes your butthole lose its pucker, man. It's just terrible. You're just like, no, I can't condone this. Other movies are fine. Like I'm actually really looking forward to a Highlander remake. I love the original, but I want to see what Henry Cavill does with it. And I'm hoping I pronounce his name right. Cavill. Anyway, but I don't really care to see a remake of The Crow.
There's no reason to, like, for one, it's got such a deep, dark history because of Brandon getting shot on set. But
yeah.
There's no that first Crow movie was perfect.
I mean, there was not a weak part of it. At no point was I watching that movie thinking in any way about like even watching it now. Like sometimes you'll fast forward through stuff because you're like, oh, I've seen this, I don't care. Get to the good part, get to the fight scene, get to that. No, I stay through the whole thing on this. And I mean, Michael Wincott is the main villain. Even T-Bird's gang, I mean, all of them were great.
Fire it up! Fire it up!
Right? And of course, I took my dad to the con, and he's never been to a really big one. He's only been to some of the smaller Memphis ones. This was a pretty big one. I mean, it's not like Dragon Con big or anything, but it was definitely a larger one for the area. And he had a great time. So, looking forward to next year. Wanted to meet Greg Baldwin, who does the Uncle Iroh voice on Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
He took over the role after Mako passed away, but he wasn't around his area when I was in there, and I didn't really get much chance to walk around, which is a good thing. I probably would have spent too much money. But one good thing happened. I now have a source for metal prints.
Nice. Who'd you meet?
So, actually, William Russell hooked me up with his guy. It's a guy named Jacob Stem with Fairy Metal Photography. He and Chad Heinrich worked together on Yuli's Vision. And I've known Chad Heinrich for a few years. Chad's a great guy. And I talked to Jacob this week. Metal prints are doable. And I think we're going to start pre-sale on the first one in the next couple weeks. So, yeah.
Cool.
Always got to have something working, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. How you been?
Well, I've been. My lady got hurt at work, and so she's been out about a week. She got a couple of doctor's appointments over the next couple of days, and they're probably going to do like an MRI. So moving the comics have slowed down because she can't get down and really help me do anything. She can't use like one of her arms because it took like her neck and shoulder and been in lots of pain. So
Yeah, dude.
I was waiting for beginning of this month so I can order more supplies and keep like, bagging and boarding books.
You still ordering them from that new place you found?
Yeah. I'm going to order them from there. Well, now. So, yeah, I'm gonna put in an order from there. Create an account and get an order. I'm not sure how much they charge for shipping, or if you order over like if you spend like over $50, if you get like free shipping or something, or $75.
A little bit of a bulk discount.
Yeah, then I'll probably do that.
I just found out that a guy who I used to buy comics from and swords and whatnot in the area, he passed away recently.
Oh, damn.
I know, man. He was a really good dude. His girlfriend is like trying to liquidate his collection. She's like, it's mostly 70s, 80s, and a little bit of 90s. And I'm just like, damn. Now I'm kind of like really wanting to get my hands on that collection.
Yeah, I'm like 70s, hello. 70s and 80s.
The problem is, okay, she's one of these people who she knows that some of them are worth something. Okay? So she thinks that all of them are worth something.
Oh.
And she wants to sell them all as one collection.
Oh, yeah.
For like $500. And it's like a long box and 2 short boxes.
No.
Yeah. She's like, well, I know there's at least a few of them in there that he said were worth, a couple of $1,000. And I'm like, okay, I would need to look at it first and see. I mean, I don't have $500 to buy it anyway, but I could probably, if I knew that certain stuff was in there, I could probably, work something out with somebody. No. So it's kind of like, all right, well, fuck it. And whoop, nope, sorry, I can't tell the F-bomb.
Oops. Yeah, I had to like redo this. So tonight we're technically only live on the YouTubeage and Twitter. I shared the YouTube link over to my page, a bunch of groups, and to the podcast page, but it's not streaming directly there tonight. And I think I was supposed to be on Luke's channel tonight, and I'm just like tired and confused. I go, nope, gotta get rid of that, because Facebook is with their shenanigans.
Always with the shenanigans.
It's like, you canceled this broadcast. Please redo it as something else, because you canceled this I know I canceled the broadcast. I canceled it and rescheduled it. But now they're doing something where you could do anything up to 7 days in advance on the Facebook, and it'll announce it as an event every time you do something. And I'm like, oh no, that's just going to annoy the crap out of everybody. Let's do it. Your art cam is frozen.
Is it? Ah, balls. Let's see what's going on here.
Boom, 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 boom. Don't go to my account. There we go.
The battery shouldn't have died, because I have it plugged in. So let's see what's going on.
Well, we wait for this technical difficulty, because it wouldn't be a show without that.
Right?
Here's a word from our sponsor, Mavericks Volume 1. Still available on demand on Indiegogo.
War is a topic of vital importance, a subject of inquiry that cannot be ignored. It is a matter of life and death. It can be a road to safety or to ruin.
In an alternate version of our world, brought to the brink of total collapse, rival nations fight for global domination, and elite pilots in futuristic combat suits wage war on the battlefield of tomorrow. Now, 6 brave soldiers on a seemingly routine rescue mission will encounter more than they bargained for and uncover a dangerous secret that could change their world if they live long enough to see it. Mavericks Origins Volume 1.
Now on Indiegogo.
Please buy Shawn's art. He's not built for OnlyFans.
Really not. I mean, and if that's your thing, like if this is your thing, you need help, sir. All right, bringing the camera back up.
Hey, that fits perfect in the in your logo design, huh?
It does. I'm liking my logo, man. That's pretty cool.
It looks all professional and crap because I use it for the JPEG to share it out. So it's just, you know, a big black screen with your logo on it. Looks all professional. Looks all professional and shite.
I'm a little like impressed with myself for that, because I was like, dude, that's and it's super simple.
Yeah.
I was just playing around with Canva one day and I was like, I'm gonna make a logo. Yeah, there we go.
Hey, Pale Rider, how are you?
Pale Rider. My favorite Clint Eastwood Western.
Yeah, it's pretty damn good.
It is. Okay, so let's see. Let's get back in there. All right. Let's see if this works. Let's hope.
There we go.
Yay.
We're back up and running.
For now. At least let's hope.
Yep, we need to sell a whole lot more art so Shawn can get his truck fixed, and a proper computer so he can slap a real webcam on that and not have to worry about iPhones and iPads and Samsung products being like, yeah, we're done.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, I was talking to my dad actually about this today, because he's like, we're talking about me doing another event soon, and he's like, what you need is just a big cash influx. I was like, yeah, no shit. But
genius.
Well, so clear now. But
Yeah.
I was telling him, I was like, it's funny because this is a business, right? This is, how I pay my bills, right? Well, at least for the most part. But you can't necessarily like go to a bank and get a small business loan, to be a freelance artist. But you're supposed to be able to. You're supposed to. I mean, it's a business, and I don't know. I mean, I think what I'm gonna have to do is like just next year, just take my tax refund if I get one this year, and just set it all into the into freelancing, to cover shows and travel expenses and other BS, because stuff like your transmission goes out, and that's like,
Oh yeah,
$1,000 of dollars. You're just screwed.
been there, done that.
Yeah.
I had the transmission go out on my big Ram truck, and it was the stupid spider linkage.
Mm-hmm.
So my regular mechanic wasn't able to do it, so I had to take it to like a local Dodge dealership when we still had those before the crash, and it cost me a pretty penny. So
It's definitely not cheap.
yeah, I've had a few transmissions go out on me. So
This is the second one for me. I used to have a GMC van. Transmission went out on me. The whole reason I had that van was so I could paint it like the A-Team van. It never happened. I'm really thinking, I don't know if you can really see it. I'm really thinking of leaving this all kind of blank up here. Just because whenever I draw Poison Ivy, I tend to go a little nuts with the background.
mm-hmm.
And I'm liking how simple this is back here. Yeah.
So leave it blank on the right side and just keep it all filled in the way you have it on the left.
Yeah.
Apparently
Maybe
she's watering herself.
Yeah. Maybe put like one stray leaf or some shit. Something. Sorry, up in this area. Yeah. Trying to watch my cursor.
Well, luckily I did put that up because unless he shared it when he saw it go live, and it was like, oh, I don't know why this isn't on my channel. Oh, Will screwed it up again. That explains it. Okay.
Have a standards and practices meeting anytime soon. You remember the old DX skit on Raw where they were talking about the letter from standards and practices where they couldn't say certain things.
Mm-hmm.
I miss old school DX.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, man, with the regime change at WWE, it's been going kind of nice. Mm-hmm. The show is actually pretty decent lately. So.
So I filled in a couple of holes in my collection because I was kind of indisposed, just coming out of a coma when the whole like DC Rebirth thing happened.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I canceled it, I stopped buying stuff because I don't like the prices on the books when I can pay the same amount and get back issues of good stuff when Batman wasn't a spokesperson for social justice and climate change. So there's that. So one of the guys off the Rick Funk network there, Andy, who I buy a lot from because he does a lot of like bronze and silver stuff, and he gets a lot of like odd autograph books. And I'm like, oh, I like that writer or artist. And he's got like a book that I never heard of, or like a new book, from one of the small press people, like IDW or Boom or something. And it's like a new indie book they're working on. And they're like, yeah, got this new Jim Starlin book, autograph, $10. I'll take it. And Jim Starlin is back doing art again now.
He was supposed to be at MCX too. I don't know why he canceled, but
I think he's doing a new cosmic thing for Marvel right now.
oh,
Because he got injured like pretty bad, like his hand got crushed or something. I can't remember the details, but he was in a bad accident like a couple of years ago, and somebody pushed him to try to do a little something, and he did, and it turned out really well. So now we're actually gonna get a brand new Dreadstar series from Jim Starlin.
nice.
So today it was Jesse James does on Comic Book Shopping Network on Mondays. This is like his Markdown Mondays, where he's like, yeah, we get too much of this, we get too much of that. I forgot this, and they're going through, boxes and just like blowing stuff out. And I'm a big Aquaman fan, but I didn't have Aquaman from about the middle of Rebirth up. I grabbed a couple issues here or there, but he had like 1 through 24 for like $14.
That's nice.
I'm like, okay. It's like 50 cents an issue.
Yes, please.
The cover price is like $5. So I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah.
And then I got some cool stuff. Anybody that had bought off of Andy from the Rick Funk Network, he privately invited anybody that bought anything off him last month to a private 50% off sale. So I jumped in and I scored a bunch of Superboy and the Legion books. There's a few that I already had, but my copies were in less than pristine condition, shall we say?
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of them are like, reader copies or ones I had since I was a kid or whatever, and they got a lot of loving. So for like half price of what he was asking, I got, replacement copies so I can, I can pass those along to somebody for like, here, check this out. This is pretty cool stuff back when they still made good comics. It'd be really nice if Zaslav could clean up the DC Comics division on top of the Warner Brothers Media HBO stuff.
I have no idea what's going to happen with all that. I'm hearing not great things about Black Adam. Like the movie, it's like it's mid as hell, and
it's what as hell?
It's mid as hell, and
I don't know what that means.
It's. I gotta stop talking to my kids.
Why do you still talk to your children? They'll never move out if you carry on conversations with them and show that you care.
Oh no, that's yeah, no. It's they use the term mid for something that's just kind of so. Not great, not good, just mid.
It's it like we would say meh.
Yeah, exactly.
It's okay, but really, what do you expect when you've got Rocky Johnson, aka the Tooth Fairy, to play Black Adam? I mean, is he the closest looking actor to Black Adam that could possibly draw some seats in the box office? Yeah. But the problem with movies is the same you have with books. If the first issue is just, shall we say, mid, nobody's going to buy a second issue. And if the first week, actual people not paid and compensated reviewers are talking down about it, then
yeah,
I'm like, and that's too bad because I really love Black Adam as a character.
I really love Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate.
Oh, I think it should have just been a Dr. Fate movie because everybody is stoked for him in the helm of Naboo.
Yeah. I'm more excited about him than, anything else with the Black Adam movie. I just really don't care. I doubt I'll even see it.
Oh, I'll watch it. It's like your kids said they heard it was just mid, but hey, at least it's not She-Hulk or Miss Marvel. Either one of the Miss Marvels.
I'm still not hating on She-Hulk. I'm not loving it, but I'm not, I'm like, I feel like there's something that we're building up towards.
Well, it is building up towards something. It's building up towards guest appearances to promote something coming in the MCU. The problem is I mean, this show is making Ally McBeal look good. I know I'm showing my age. Kids are like, what's an Ally McBeal? Google it.
You know what, though? I agree.
I mean,
Although
when
I
you
think
have an
Ally
entire
McBeal did the
episode that
whole-
is just her. Yeah, I bought a new suit for work. That's it.
I think Ally McBeal did it a little bit better, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get that. I'm just looking forward to seeing Charlie Cox as Daredevil.
Yeah, I think we're going to see that and one or two other things. But you know, the big scene or post scene where you get this is just going to be really quick, and it's going to be up on YouTube, so you don't have to, sacrifice, your brain stem to an episode of She-Hulk. I mean, I can see. I mean, because it's a good-looking girl that's playing She-Hulk, but only when she's in She-Hulk. But I equated it to well, I was talking to one person. I go, She-Hulk is the 2020s version of Baywatch. You put it on mute so you can be doing other stuff, and every once in a while you look up and there's like a hot, thick chick on the screen. Like, yeah. Okay, back to my book. And that's pretty much it.
No, you're not wrong. I said I wasn't hating on it, but I'm not really enjoying it either. So, it turns out that she's not really She-Hulk. She's Mephisto. Oh. I think that the leader will end up being like revealed as the main villain or the overall villain of it. Because they've said that Tim Blake Nelson will be back as the leader. What do you think, man?
I'm thinking that's looking like really good, dude.
I'm a fan of her. It wouldn't be a girl that Sean drew if there wasn't a bunch of stray hairs over her.
What's the most tedious part of your art? Hair. Why? Watch one of my videos. You'll catch on.
Yeah.
Besides the hair, texture.
Yeah, I'm gonna call her done. He says as he picks the pencil back up.
That never happens.
Where are we gonna sign this bitch at?
On her belly.
Oh shit! Speaking of,
Uh-oh. Get the button.
exactly. I don't want to make it too pronounced, where she's like the Danny DeVito belly button, but
Could be worse. You could sign it up like a tattoo on her breast. This is.
All right. Dr. Pamela Isley is finito. And if she's not, we're just going to say she is. Now, what else are we going to work on? I've only got about 49 projects in progress here, so.
Yeah. It's like, I gotta find something to work on that's not a commission.
I know.
Because those, and that's what's up, because you've got like a bunch of commissions. We can wrap this episode because this is right around the 45-minute mark.
If you want to, we sure can.
Well, we can stay on for like another 10 minutes, so we keep it like right around an hour. It'll be like,
yeah,
a brand new thing.
Yeah, I don't want to lose our monetized status. I thought you might find that funny. This is a black pen, right? Yep. Okay, cool.
I'm going to say the only thing that I can see clearly is a crescent moon, so I would think this is going to be Moonkenite.
You are correct. I started this one back before the show started.
Wow.
Yeah. If I knew then what I know now.
Yeah, right.
I never watched it. I mean, I heard it was okay.
It had some really, really good scenes.
But I'm going to be honest, man. Like with Thor: Love and Thunder, once I heard shit about it, I was like, nope, we're done. We're not going to watch it. And that really makes me sad because I was looking forward to Thor: Love and Thunder.
I knew it was going to be a BS thing, and I'm like, no. Like, I just had a great thought. It's probably like if you're having trouble sleeping, if you put that on.
You're the second person that said that actually today. You're like, put it on while you're sleeping.
It'll either put you to sleep, or we'll find a chalk outline of you on the floor because you killed yourself because it was such a suicidal movie.
See, that's the thing, man. This movie should have been metal as hell.
But
I mean,
the series that they took this from, with Jason Aaron, was, I read the series and it was good, and there were like a lot of like huge like first appearances and stuff going on in the entire Marvel universe that were like, you know, teased here and there. And I'm like, that's cool.
I think it's an absolute waste of Christian Bale.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised that he went for that. I mean,
You won't do another Batman movie, but you went to and did that.
That's part of what gave me high hopes for it.
I mean, I fell asleep during this too because I put on Rob Zombie's new Monsters movie.
Oh,
You hated it?
I haven't watched it. I don't think I can. And that's not fair. I should at least watch it if I'm going to talk trash about it. But and I like Rob Zombie, man. I don't hate him at all. I just
Well, they were a bunch of tips of the hat to some like you know, classic stuff. Like the actor that they had playing. Well, I don't want to tell you. There's an actor in there, and just by watching him, you can tell he's trying to pay homage. His whole character is based around Vincent Price.
okay.
And there's little things you're like, oh, this is a tip of the hat to our favorite Frankenstein movie.
Okay.
Young Frankenstein, of course. So it's just, you know, really good. The part that I saw, it's kind of like a hello. The wife's cleaning, empty out the vacuum. It's kind of like a an origin thing. I noticed Graham Nolan's got a brand new book, Ghosts of Mefacumbi Key. I don't know how to pronounce Metacumbi Key. And it looks pretty good, like classic, like bronze, silver horror stuff.
Oh, cool.
And apparently all his fans think so too, because in 12 hours he got 476 backers and took in $32,345. Graham, you're awesome, but you're no Eric July. Sorry. He actually interviewed Eric July about a month ago. It was a really good episode.
I feel like I'm drawing Cobra Commander here.
It's pretty close.
I'm actually inking this before I paint it in because, well, it's all pretty much white and gray.
Mr. Knight.
Yeah, I started to go with the doing the regular Moon Knight costume, but I like this, man. This is cool. Now, there was a female cosplayer who gender bent Moon Knight at the time. There wasn't really much of a costume, but she was wearing it, and it looked good. Yeah, just putting that out there.
Just saying.
Just saying.
Yeah, my friend Mike Doherty, also a freelance illustrator, but he works as an art teacher during the day.
Now, if I was smart, that's what I would do during the day. I am not. And also, I don't hate when it's done. No disrespect towards what art teachers do. I just, I can't do it. I would end up on the news.
Yeah, it's not the 70s anymore. You can't grab the punk ass kids and grab them by the shirt collar and hang them up by the belt loops on the coat rack in the back of the room.
No, you sure can't.
That's kind of visual, Will. Did that happen to you? Uh-huh. It hurt.
I imagine, yeah.
It's like a ghost giving you a wedgie because you're like stuck like 4 feet up off the ground.
Oh, nice.
I complained about him to my grandmother. My grandmother made me go in the backyard and cut a switch. I never did that again.
Yeah. Never told her anything else.
So, outside of 2 comic bundles, and that's pretty much what I'm buying. That's my comics for the month. I gotta buy a doodad. What do you call it? I was gonna say stencil. That's not it. The big wooden tripod thing that Bob Ross puts his paintings on.
The easel.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, I gets to buy one of them, and then we got to practice. I got to practice some stuff with Doc because it's gonna be tough because I don't have a lot of space to work with. So
Yeah. How is he doing, by the way?
Him and the wife are doing pretty good. Getting back into the swing of stuff and everything after they both got the crap kicked out of them with COVID. So I did get caught up on House of the Dragon last night, though.
Oh, man. I am still on. I've not gotten past episode 2.
Oh man, it's so much better.
No, I know. All I'm hearing is good things. And that, usually, any show gets a fair amount of hate, and sometimes it's well deserved. Um, Most times it's well deserved. But I haven't seen the hate on it.
Well, I think what it was is the used tampon version of Lord of the Rings on Amazon launched the same time as House of the Dragon, so they were, being, you know, compared and bounced back and forth on, lots of these, lots of these YouTube podcast pop
Yeah.
culture things, and they're like, no, House of the Dragon is dope. And you're a dope if you're watching that garbage Hell of the Lord of the Rings crap where Amazon is deleting every single negative comment that comes up on any of their threads and is paying sites to give it good positive reviews. I'm like,
Yeah, I wasn't really into Rings of Power before I saw the liberties that they're taking with it.
liberties,
And,
the wokeness that they're going with, yeah. So now we're worried because season 2 of Reacher is coming, and which, by the way, is the reason that they killed off Hawk on the Titan show. It's because it's the same actor, and
yeah,
he was like, "Well, I can get this crappy DC Warner Brothers money, or I can go get Amazon money." So it's been real, guys. I'll see you.
no, Reacher's so good.
The season 1 was so good, but they're afraid that they're going to go woke with season 2. Hope if they do, you're going to see people quit Amazon this in the same number category as people that were like dropping Netflix.
Mm. Speaking of Netflix, did you watch the new season of Cobra Kai?
Duh.
I kind of figured the answer to that already, but
Yeah. I got in trouble too because that's a show that we've been watching together.
I figured you did.
And she was at work, and I watched the whole thing. I was trying to make like I didn't, but she saw like every episode. She saw like the red line at the bottom of like every square, and I'm like, oh.
Found out by Netflix.
Mm-hmm. They should have something where you can like refresh it. So it. Would you like to reset this series? Yes.
Just watch it under a different profile.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Damn it.
In there. Yeah. How about Andor? Have you watched any of that? You back?
I'm back.
Ah, good.
We got electrical problems in the kitchen, so
Ah, gotcha.
microwave keeps pop. You know the reset button for certain
Yeah, oh, yeah.
electrical outlets. It keeps all of a sudden she watched the microwave and turned it on, and it just started popping. So
Mm,
I'm like, well, unplug it. It's probably just electrical because it used to be plugged into an outlet by the sink on the other side, and that whole plug is like blown. So
gotcha. So have you watched Andor yet?
uh yeah, what date of the episodes on that come out? Is that like Wednesday or Thursday or something?
I think Wednesday.
Yeah, I think it's Wednesday too. I think I'm up to date on that.
I started the first episode and
Oh yeah, the first two episodes suck ass.
I was like, I don't know about this one. I mean, yeah,
When it hits the third episode, it blows up.
okay, that's good to know.
It was messing with me because I was just like, uh, I know the movie and the character was in it. I'm like, I don't know this dude's name. Uh, I thought Andor was the planet.
I'm just kind of like, I mean, I don't really understand why they went with this. Like, why there is even a show.
Um, it's a it's it could be cool if it ends up being done right, like finishing off right, because it's like we already know the dude dies, uh, and this is just a prequel to that. I think it's because this is that was the only Star Wars movie that was actually successful. So let's do something with it.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, let's also cancel something people were really looking forward to, like Rogue Squadron.
I don't know if that's completely canceled yet. But yeah.
So far the only well we're getting Mando, another season of Mando, but uh the thing that I'm really looking forward to is another season of The Bad Batch.
Oh yeah.
So good.
I couldn't believe how good it was, man. I was just like, I mean, I knew it was going to be decent, but I did not think that I was going to really enjoy it as much as I did.
So yeah, I gotta grab a cheap easel and clear out a spot. And
I think Walmart's going to be your friend on that. Or Hobby Lobby. If you catch that, 40% off coupon. I don't even know if they still do that.
I think the place where I got like all the other art supplies, I think they sell them. And if they do, they're probably fairly cheap there too. I mean, I got 5 16 by 20 stretched canvases for like $15. So
You did great on that.
I hate it when I see ads from the Bradford Exchange, like in my scrolling, like on the fake book, because they put out a collection of 3 cars in 1/25th scale with a big display, like a Batman 66 display, and then it's got background displays for like each character for their car.
Mm-hmm.
So of course the top one is of course the 66 Batmobile. And then under that is the Joker mobile, the one from the surfing beach episode one. And then it's Catwoman's car with the tail that comes up in the back.
The one that Eartha Kitt drove.
I think both of them did. But they don't have Eartha Kitt. They only had like a whole bunch of different Julie Newmar picks.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. But it's like $100, and I'm like, no.
Yeah. I get that. This is gonna be a texture nightmare.
Yeah, because he's all white, so it's all like, shading, and I take it he's coming around the corner of a building, or not.
I don't know what we're gonna do there. Put a happy little tree. I could do like a all vibrant color background. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe. Probably just keep it like it is. Make it just a white background. I don't know.
It'll come to you.
No, I'm sure it will.
So what's the next show you're going to be going to do?
Clarksville Con, which is October 22nd in the great metropolis of Clarksville, Tennessee. Roll Tide.
On the last train to Clarksville.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a one-day show, but I'm actually going to go up there for about 4 days. My sister lives up there. I haven't seen her in like 10 years. So.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, I'm going to bring the kids with me and drop them off in the woods someplace, see if they can find their way home.
No, because when they do find their way home, they'll be pissed.
Well, Mac will think he won a prize. So there's that.
Mac will be the living embodiment of vengeance. He will come after me. But no, it's gonna be kind of cool. Yeah, I haven't seen her in a while, and I mean I'm going into it with fairly low expectations just because I've never done this show before. I didn't even know this show existed, so we'll see how it goes. And maybe it does something good for me. I don't know. And then after that, we have Memphis Comic Fantasy. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. We possibly have the Cherry Blossom Festival at the Memphis Botanic Gardens. It's kind of an anime Japanese culture event. Yeah. I don't really have a whole lot of anime stuff available, but maybe it might be worth doing. But if we don't do that, we'll be doing, well, even if we do that, we're going to be doing Memphis Comic and Fantasy Con, which is a 3-day event, like November 18th, somewhere in there. And I did that one last year. It was a lot of fun. Couldn't walk hardly at that one. I like killed my foot somehow. But
oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it looked like I was going to actually bail on the show, and I'm thinking, you don't get your money back if you bail. So it's like, get up and kill.
It's like, come on, kids, let's go.
Yeah. But that one turned out to be a pretty decent show too. And December, there is a place called Nerd Alert in Memphis that has like classic arcade games and toys and stuff like that. They're doing their Krampus Con, which kind of their Christmas market.
Mm-hmm.
I will be doing that in December. And, January, I will be the artist guest for ShadowCon in Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh.
I know, man. I'm like, cool. I get to be an artist guest. They were quick to point out that means I'm going to be doing at least 2 or 3 panels, which I've never done a panel before. So I don't really know what all is involved.
He'll ask you like a bunch of questions, like like I ask guests and stuff, and who knows? But doing panels, it also means that you have to bring somebody to man your table, because a good portion of your weekend is going to be in the panel rooms.
Yeah. Dominic has already volunteered for that. He did ShadowCon with me last year. And ShadowCon, they take really good care of their guests. They have an amazing con suite where it's like, just free food and drinks and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that'll save you about $75 a day.
At least. Yeah.
At con prices for food,
Yeah. MCX was crazy, man. For food. They had a food court set up, which I thought was a cool idea. And one of the food court vendors was Marco's Pizza, which I actually have a Marco's Pizza location literally across the street from my neighborhood. And of course, at the con, they were charging $8 a slice for pizza.
Ouch.
Now, I've had some good pizza, but I don't think I've ever had $8 a slice good pizza.
No.
And, we passed on that. But there was this one hot dog cart vendor. Like, they were set up in the food court, and man, they had the right idea. They were about the only affordable food. I mean, it was still like $4 for a hot dog, but not too bad.
I remember back in 2019, because Rhode Island Comic Con takes up the Dunkin' Donuts Center, which used to be called the Civic Center in Providence, Rhode Island. And that is built with the convention center right on top of it. So the convention center's got like these little like food kiosks and stuff, and like little food courts here and there. It cost me $15 for 2 6-ounce bottles of Coca-Cola.
That's effing criminal.
And you go in with a bag, they check your bag, and the first thing they make you throw out is all your food. Like, if you bring food, unless you're like a vendor, like if you're just going in as a fan, yeah, you're not allowed to bring food and you're going to buy it here. I'm like, what if I don't want to buy it here? Oh, well. What if I leave and go someplace that isn't charging me like $10 for a tiny bottle of Coke.
Yeah.
Well, then you take the risk that we might be beyond capacity and you won't be able to get back in that day. Oh, yeah, thank you. But it's the Civic Center, which is built onto the convention center, and the convention center is built with the sky bridge from the hotel, and right next to the hotel is the mall. So
Lovely.
tell me they didn't plan that out. Oh, and by the way, the convention center has all the plugs in the floors to accommodate video gambling machines. But they denied that was a plan all along, because there was a power shift in the political structure of the city. So.
Oh.
Don't get me wrong, they're still Democrats, but they have different agendas. In other words, we all have different ways to line our pockets.
Real.
And if we had any of those ways to line our pockets, we would be in cells next to the people from January 6th, the day democracy died. You're demonetized. I'm not monetized anyhow. Oh yeah, you've only got like almost 300 people following you, so we don't care. I did hear,
Mr. Nuts.
It just from that little bit you did, it looks pretty damn good.
Oh.
And now everybody can tell what it is, opposed to the the light pencil sketch you had on the paper when you first put it on there.
For reals. So at Clarksville Con, the tag team Demolition are guests there.
Oh.
Remember the Kmart Road Warriors?
Yeah, I know who they are, yeah.
I say that, man, but I'm gonna be honest, I saw a lot more Demolition than I did the Road Warriors for the most part, because I couldn't get like NWA wrestling or AWA or anything like that. I mean, I knew who the Road Warriors were because I saw them here and there, but I mostly saw WWE stuff and or WWF. So I'm more familiar with Axe and Smash and later Crush.
It's kind of funny that all those other territories all operate around you down there, but you couldn't watch any of them.
Mm-hmm.
And none of them were anywhere near me, and I pretty much got to see all that stuff. So it would mean that I would have to sacrifice going out and play with my friends on a Saturday because, and I'd have to sit through the really crappy indie wrestling happening in like a local elementary school gym. Mm-hmm. Because as soon as that was over, NWA stuff would come on. And then the now plowed to the ground many eons ago, action from the Dallas Sportatorium would come on.
At one point, I had ESPN2, and I was able to catch world-class championship wrestling.
Yeah.
And, oh boy, that was the first time I saw Cactus Jack. And
the Von Erichs.
Oh yeah,
I'd seen Thunderbirds.
Yeah, I'd seen like Steve Austin and stuff in WCW because once it became WCW, it had a bit more reach than NWA.
Yeah, and with that reach, what did we do? we hired all the really old talent from WWF.
Yeah. Well, some of that really old talent still had some life left in them, like Randy Savage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he wasn't done, you know.
Not until he died.
Well, but yeah, Vince was just using him as a commentator. It's like, how are you going to have Randy Savage just as a commentator?
Because he had too many injuries that he wasn't taking care of.
I don't know. And then there's the theory about Stephanie. Yeah, which don't know if that's true or not. Wasn't there. Can't speak to it. So, but yeah, some of that talent was, a good buy. I don't think Hogan was a good buy. Of course, then they had good purchases that they did nothing with, like Bret Hart.
Yep.
And of course, Bret Hart, all he talks about is how Goldberg ended his career, and it's like, we get it, but you were having concussions before then too, dude. So,
yeah. And I don't care about that. I still love Goldberg.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. I think I'm done for the night, man.
That sounds good. 90 minutes. Whoop.
Sweet.
So much for that.
Well,
so much for that 45-minute mark.
yeah, right. Well, Mr. Knight is up for claim because nobody knew I was working on it.
Mr. Knight and Poison Ivy.
And Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy's done. Mr. Knight is still work in progress. And when the cameras go off, you're going to hit the sack, and then you will continue off camera on commissions.
Probably. I need to hit the bed.
Well, I don't mean tonight. I meant,
Oh, yeah, no. Tomorrow morning, it's all about commissions. And our good buddy Alton Simpson with Three Heads Productions, I am doing Werewolves of New Jersey, 2 covers. Not Werewolves of New Jersey. I'm sorry. Ooh, I hope he's not hearing that. Werewolves of Brooklyn.
Werewolves of Brooklyn. Oh, Werewolves of Brooklyn, Vampires of New Jersey, and Witches of Westchester.
Mm-hmm. And I should have some Bunny Goes to Space comps pretty soon.
Oh, cool.
I'm looking forward to that. So I can send my buddy Will a package.
Not too bad considering he blocked me.
I have no idea what's up with that.
I'm like, whatever.
That's not cool.
But I didn't do any streams last week because I was supposed to have Austin Janowski on, and now his campaign is wrapped. So next time, dude. But he did get funded on his new Zombies Were Human 2 floppy copy. He's got art and story in there, and Jonathan Hendrick has a story in there too. He's turning into the small press version of Jeff Lemire. It's like Saguar Fair. He's everywhere.
Yeah.
He's got books coming up from like 3 or 4 small press publishers, plus his own stuff. So he's doing pretty good. He's hanging out with that Silverbacks dude.
Yeah, I
But
met him in person at MCX too. He's a really nice guy, man. I mean, he took a
yeah,
lot of time. Um, and who else did I meet? Um, I've known Sam Payne through Facebook for years, but this is the first time seeing him in public or in person, rather. He was very cool. Sam Payne has this Bruce Timm cartoon type style. It's just killer.
nice.
Oh man, if you get the chance, look him up if you haven't already seen him. And sorry, I see some stuff that I need to fix.
I'm like, yeah, I'm all done. I got to get to bed. Oh, wait. I got.
It is, man.
I need to do some more blending. Hold on.
Yeah, right. Well, because I know when I see a print of this, I'm gonna be like, "Nah, son of a bitch." Yeah. And I think this might be one of the inaugural metal prints.
Yeah, I was gonna say because those, like all the different like earthy tones on her and the flowers off to the side will pop out on a nice shiny piece of steel.
I think so. I think the first one that we're going to offer is the Captain America with Mjolnir.
Yeah, I know because
that,
you wanted that to be a metal print way back. So
yeah. So I think I might run that on pre-sale. Probably this weekend, maybe. I don't really know what I'm waiting for. I could run that now on pre-sale.
do something with like some kind of launch on all the pages and stuff.
Sounds good. I know there was a couple of people when I was talking about it before who were like, "Hey, if you do this, let me know." And I didn't realize how much metal prints cost, but damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know there's a few things. I'll talk to you like offline with it, but we're gonna wrap this up. I went off the tracks, so we couldn't have Austin on basically because of the hurricane that hit Florida last week. So, and he was like right in the middle of all that, no power or nothing. So, him and his family are fine. Made it through, doing good, and he wrapped his whole campaign up. They funded, so that's all good. If you didn't get that, you can hit him up on social media, and once the campaign is all fulfilled, you'll probably be able to just buy copies off his website. But this week, my local buddy Andrew Lavolo, who was an owner of the Bumblebee Camaro, so he gets to be a guest at shows for his car. Plus, he's a comic book creator, so he gets table space to sell his comics and art and stuff. And an all around, real nice guy. And he did Super Mega Fest this past weekend. But then for some reason, the entire convention thing, wherever, I forget where it was held, the entire last day, the building had no power.
What?
So vendors were doing their best to, get everything done so people could like buy stuff, but nobody was hanging around because the whole place was in the dark. It's like, I can't see nothing. So,
That's why I have
But-
some battery-powered LED lights.
but a friend of Andrew's is actually a former winner on Shark Tank.
Oh,
And he's got like more degrees than you can shake a stick at. And he's invented a whole bunch of stuff. And he is now running a Kickstarter for a family-friendly, board game for kids. And we're going to find all about that on Wednesday. And then we'll be back here next Monday night with the Shawnzilla Art Show. OK Boomer is on slightly permanent hiatus for now. Thomas has switched jobs, and he just started a new job, and there's a lot of training going on. So we'll probably pick that up like
congratulations to him on that.
maybe next year. So we'll see.
Jeez. I hope he comes back sooner than that.
I'm still like keeping in touch back and forth a little bit. But he's been, very busy and everything. And he's in southern Georgia, so his area got hit with some of that hurricane stuff too. So, but well,
Our buddy Marseille Phillips, talking to her the other day about the hurricane. She's actually, they evacuated and they came to my neck of the woods. They're in Nashville. So,
wow.
yeah, I was like, come see me, hang out. But, Nashville's more fun than I am.
Okay, Mr. French fries.
For real, man. Hell, I kind of want some fries right now.
Woohoo! I had me some sweet potato fries with dinner.
That sounds good, man.
They were.
I made tikka masala tonight because I haven't made it in forever. And kids were like, "Hey, why don't you make that?" I was like, all right.